2025 has been I think if I were to describe it, it's been a pretty exciting year for Amazon PPC because we have more targeting options. It used to just be you would have one bid and it would apply to everyone, everywhere, the exact same way. But over the years, we've got top of search, we got product page. Now, what do we got? We got B2B, baby, which might be some of the best, highest converting audiences out here. So today we're going to touch on this. B2B placements, I first heard of them years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago, because you had a very early beta test. You were able to access this years ago. And I remember you saying back then how awesome it was.
Yeah. So because we have so many accounts and some of them are pretty large, we got access to some beta features before they're being rolled out. So we're playing kind of the guinea pigs, but that also allows us to be the first to benefit from those new features. The only thing that I didn't like is that it was really opaque. So I would send a request to our rep and she would activate the B2B placement, but I wouldn't see the results breakdown. It was just the whole campaign and I didn't really know what's going on, but I was happy with the results. Now it's made available to everyone.
Those days are over. Now you're going to be able to see data, understand why to do B2B placements, and let's jump into it. So and it's available to everyone. And in case you are unclear, we've got an image up on screen. You can go into your Amazon Seller Central business reports, sales and traffic, and see for yourself some of the magic that is a B2B customer on Amazon. So in case anyone doesn't know, this is someone signed up to Amazon as a business. They're paying Amazon a little membership fee to be an Amazon business on Amazon, giving them access to some extra perks for being a business. But when you go into your business reports, you can see this beautiful data. So the first thing that you'll notice is that you see your total sales and then B2B sales. So it's like, okay, a portion of my sales are B2B sales. But where the real magic begins to happen are screens like this. Clément, break down to the good people out there of Badger Nation what we are looking at here on business reports.
Right. So the first screen you shared was the sales, total sales, and then the B2B sales, which are a subset of the total sales. So you can say, it's just 24,000 out of 170, maybe not worth my time. But when you move on to the next screen, you have two very interesting numbers. The conversion rate, item session percentage here, 18.42% overall. And then when you just go right, 31.71% conversion for those B2B customers. So that's just one thing. And then the other interesting thing is that average unit per order is double the amount of the overall account, which assuming that everyone else ordered just 1 unit per order.
Yeah.
And then,
So the Seller Central, right? Mm-hmm. Bigger is better here, right? So like the Seller Central conversion rate, known as order item session percentage, slightly different than a conversion rate, but generally known as like the Seller Central conversion rate, 31% versus 18%. So higher unit session percentage and higher units ordered per session. Now, what's really cool is that you can go in, and we'll show you where in just a second, you can go in and analyze today your PPC performance because you now have placement information and that you didn't have to do anything for. Previously you had to get into a beta and like do certain things to see this information. But now this is available and you can see for your campaign's B2B level performance. We took another glance at another account. This was really startling. So this is pure PPC data. Clément, break this down for the good people of Badger Nation.
Right. So what we did is just we used a bulk file. We downloaded a bulk file and then we isolated the data from the B2B placements. So we were able to get that organized. We got the amount of spent on those B2B placement, the amount of sales, getting the ACOS, creating the conversion, and then standard, meaning the overall accounts. So ACOS so much lower, is less than half of the overall account, and the conversion is almost 3 times as high. So these are all green flags to just pour more money into B2B, increase the traffic there. It's not going to scale linearly, of course. You're going to hit a plateau at some point, but this is really, really strong signals to just go for it.
Very well said. So this is what I was referring to at the top of the episode, which is it's a very exciting time to do Amazon PPC because you have more dimensions to bid on more aggressively. So in the same mentality where you bid more for your better keywords and you bid less for your weaker keywords, you now are able to cross that with your best keywords, with your higher converting audiences. Now, what's so cool about this is B2B, you don't have to use necessarily Amazon Marketing Cloud in order to access this. It's available in the default, pure, vanilla Amazon advertising account. So you just can see this information now. Huge, like you said, huge green flags to go and do this. I mean, triple the conversion rate, less than half the account level ACOS. It's marvelous.
If you want to show the last slide, it's there, like when you want to find that. There we go.
Right. So we've done lots of episodes on bulk files to see where to download this. You download a bulk file and it will include placement information for Amazon Business. So you're able to get for your entire account what your business placements are performing. If you needed any other convincing, go download a bulk file, filter the placement for Amazon Business and just sum the column of spend and sales. And you can see the ACOS of business placements sort of nudging you to get more of these. And before we get into, let's talk a little strategy here. One thing that works really well is, this is in some language I don't recognize here. You'll have to explain why. But one thing you do notice, everyone knows on Amazon, the more stuff you have next to your listing, the more eye-catching it is. So of course, there's the whole concept of B2B pricing. So walk us through what we see on this screen.
Yeah, so in the sea of images, there's only so much you can do. But then, you have the coupon strategy where you have those green boxes that we can see, and this is available to everyone. But the blue ones, because those people, they filled in business pricing. So it's really easy to do. You just go into your listings and then just add a business price. You can do straight up reduction, discount if you want, just 1 unit, or you can do a percentage per unit, and you have different tiers. So let's say
like
I want
bulk
to,
pricing.
Exactly. The last one has that. If you buy 2 units or more, then you have a 10% discount. But you could add more. Like if you have 5 units or more, then you will have a 15% discount. And it's really easy to just set that up. It's eye-catchy, as you said. And you will make the business customers feel heard out by just offering them a slight discount.
That's why they're there, right? So when companies are pitched, hey, go and sign up with an Amazon business account. Like there's teams at Amazon that are just trying to push people from individual accounts to business accounts. Part of what they're telling them is that they get access to business specific deals that companies set up. And this is your confirmation, sort of closing that loop. So Amazon reps are almost doing some pre-selling for you. Like, hey, there's going to be some B2B specific deals that you're going to get by paying Amazon a little more every month to be a business customer. Now, there are 2 ways to target B2B people. Like there's 2 ways to target people logged in on Amazon Business. The first one is relatively newer, and it's just a straight up campaign that is only served to B2B customers. So this is the first way to do it. The second way to do it is, what's also very interesting, is you now see this on a normal sponsored product campaign. So you sort of have your all placements, top of search, rest of search product page, but right next to it, you now see an area for Amazon business placements, which has already accruing data for you. So you can set a bid adjustment on a standard campaign, which is kind of neat to see.
Yeah, you already get data even if you leave your bid adjustment as 0. So you can potentially forecast your success on those business customers.
So those are the 2 ways. And I would say one interesting thing that I think the jury is left out on this currently, because in the world of now we have audience-based targeting, I still think the jury is out. I've seen multiple examples of people having success with the first way, the pure Amazon B2B campaign. And I've also seen success the other way, which is having your existing campaign and then applying a B2B placement adjustment. I've seen both work. The jury's still out. I don't necessarily see anything like really bombing and the other thing doing so much better all the time consistently. So I think there's pros and cons to both, and hopefully it shakes out over the next few months about which is better when it comes to, like, do I duplicate campaigns and have a B2B specific placement? Do I duplicate campaigns and have the placement bid or the B2B specific campaign? I think the juries, or try to keep them more singular. I don't know the answer just yet. Once we figure that out, I think we'll share. But I think both I've seen work quite well due to the nature of B2B being so much better performing in general. So like you really can't miss whichever way you go here, I think.
Yeah, the matter is just to test it out for yourself. Some categories will work better than others for business customers. But yeah, just gather data and then you'll have your answers.
The third way, because this stacks as well, talk to us about the AMC component with this whole B2B targeting perspective.
Right. So now Amazon also has rolled out the AMC audiences for everyone. You don't necessarily need an instance. If you do have an instance, like we have, it opens up so much more options. Like you can really be precise, but you still have 3 presets that Amazon is offering you. So purchase, brands, product, high likelihood to purchase, and then click or add it brands, product to cart. So you just have the definitions here, but basically the first one is just that people purchase something from the brand within the last 3 months, and it's just refreshing every 24 hours. The second one, which is a little bit opaque but works really well from my experience, is just like Amazon's gathering data on all of us all the time, and they are able to figure out if you are more likely to buy one product or the other. And then you can bid more on that segment. And the last one is just click on products from the brand, add them to the cart, but didn't purchase for the last 3 months. This one, I'm not too keen because they could have clicked on one product. If you have products that don't necessarily overlap, then you might push some product that has nothing to do with the one they clicked on. So yeah, this one is worth testing, but don't get you upset.
And what's interesting about all of this is, again, it's an exciting time for Amazon PPC because you can zoom in and zoom in and zoom in. And it's basically like you're stacking Venn diagrams. It's a Venn diagram with multiple circles, because all of a sudden a really interesting way that I've mentioned previously on the show is, imagine you have a keyword that is generally too difficult for you to go after. But all of a sudden, when you take that keyword and you tack on a B2B audience, which converts better, and then you tack on AMC audiences, which convert better. Like, this is the benefit of sort of the stacking approach. Something to keep in mind, though, is that your bids do get compounded. So if you start with a $1 keyword bid, and then you have a top of search, and then you have a B2B modifier, and then an AMC modifier, you quickly can easily 8x your bid. You can go from a $1 bid to an $8 bid. And so for every placement, you are compounding. And I have seen this run off the rails, certainly. So a lot of people you need to temper the first initial keyword bid to be sure that you don't end up with $10 bids or more.
Especially during Prime days, right?
Yeah, when clicks and such are going off the rails. So, Clément, I hope now we've inspired people to go and take some action, perhaps create a specific B2B campaign, or perhaps go and download a bulk file and analyze their B2B data so that they can really see the light on how much more this converts. If we're going to go with the Amazon business placement bid modifier, do keep in mind that, of course, these bids compound rather quickly. This has consistently been, I think, just the whole B2B thing is underutilized, certainly. And hopefully this is everyone's wake-up call to go play with some B2B audiences.
Stay out.
I've launched campaigns and picked keywords. I've my bid. Set placements too. And bad mistakes.